forgo the Urbans for today. Let's just get this shit started.
Urbans. Can't skip that part. It's important to somebody. I mean, not me.
Well, yeah, we're still waiting for you to do an intro if you wanted to do one.
Well, I was gonna dig around with it, dude, but my buddy said, "Guess what? Nah, dog."
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to respond to you. You were asking me about segments. I think the only segment that we would probably do besides the intro would be just like the video of the week. Maybe we could do something. I don't know yet.
I'll have to go through and check out the bits that we do and see if a jingle would be worth fucking with.
Yeah, there's something short like the Battlestations. Yeah, you did.
Right.
Something with that. What's that, like the winding of the film reel or something? Maybe some pops and static in there or some shit.
Right.
But so what's going on? Kicking wing?
Just keep on keeping on, kicking wing.
Well,
I'm sorry. I just installed Discord again, and by default, it gives you all kinds of stupid shit that you don't want. Like every Discord thing that I'm a member of, it's messaged me, "Hey, this thing happened like from a year ago that you didn't fucking." And I can't remember how to turn off all the notifications. Let me turn the sounds off, I guess.
Yeah. That's why I started using it again, was because Dennis is on there. He has like chats and stuff in there for his followers and everything of his channel. Because he could set up like public chat things in there and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I don't need Discord to. That's the one thing that bothers me. It minimizes the system tray and opens by default. And you're like, no. I'll decide when you're up. And I was reading like where they have that, and it's actually open Discord. Save yourself a few clicks and let Discord greet you when you get home like a good boy. Not a fucking dog. So, because I'm a member of a bunch of Discord servers, but like I don't actually want to be on any of them unless I click on it and go to it.
Right.
Oh my, shit. my Logitech software goes, "Hey, we can do different lighting for your Discord shit." I'm like, damn it. And now it's up at the top, so I have to strain still a little bit to read it.
Yeah.
The little pop-up asks me, "Do you want to do this?" But only gives me the option to do okay and then have to go into the app and turn it off. Why even ask me? Just say, "Hey, guess what? You're going to do this now."
Yeah, like I love how apps just like they pretend to ask you.
Yeah. That's like I was saying before the show about my my stupid what was I bitching about? Oh, my TV. When I try to play a game that has HDR, it's like, "Hey, we're going to put True Black on. This might not work." And if you start the game and then turn it off, it goes, "Oh no, we turned this on for you because you wanted it." I had to go into settings, go into HDR, and hit no, turn it off for this HDMI port. Oh no, you didn't mean to do that. So I got to turn it off before I launch this stupid game, which is fucking retarded.
Is your 4K TV? Is that like that hasn't been like the most money you've spent on a TV before, though, has it?
No.
You got a deal on that.
Yeah, I'd spent like $300, maybe a little less. My first big screen TV I bought after college. I bought it at Circuit City. I bought it with a Circuit City credit card.
Oh yeah.
Where I went tell you how long ago this was. I went to the store and made payments. That's how I found out the
Layaway.
store. No, I bought it with their credit card, but instead of them instead of them mailing me the bill, I would just go there and give them cash every month for like however long it took to pay the fucking thing off. But I had it. It wasn't layaway. It wasn't in store. It was weird.
Right. No, but I'm just saying it's kind of like layaway. You going in there and actually paying.
Yeah, and like I remember going in, they're like, "Yeah, we're actually closing, but the credit card will switch to Chase." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't give a fuck about that." And then they actually sent me a letter. Hey, you don't use this card, so we're just gonna close it. And I'm like, okay. But no, that was Jesus. It was like a 37-inch Vizio. I think I paid $7 for it at the time or something stupid like that. Because it was I was glad I didn't get a plasma because burn in.
Yeah.
Try finding a 37-inch TV now.
I paid $800. It was normally like $1,000. I got it on sale. I had a 42-inch LG. LED. That was like my first LED TV.
Yeah, it's my other TV is a LED. I think it's LED. Yeah, if I bought and this is even newer than the one I have. The one I had the speaker grill at the bottom, which looks ugly because it's a chin, but when it works, it provides good sound. The thing is, though, that that's the thing that goes out on it. You'll be watching TV and all of a sudden the sound goes off. You have to shut the TV off and turn it back on.
Shit.
So, but when does Circuit City go out of business? 2007, we decided.
I think so. Yeah.
So I mean, that's actually pretty good. Oh, here it is. I think this is it here. Okay, I'm listening.
I wonder if it's worth it to save up for like one of those OLEDs because those are coming down in price. I know.
Oh, an OLED one?
Yeah, because I think you get one between like $1,000 and $2,000. I think. I
was on Facebook earlier today, and the guy was like, in a PC group I was in. The guy's like, "Yeah, am I wrong to like plasma?" And like 40 people commented to it, and all I said was, "Just watch out for burn-in." And this dude jumps in, "Oh no, burn-in only happens if you watch a channel with a scroll and yada yada." And he cited a source for CNN, and I said, "Okay, dude, but I know people that don't abuse their fucking TVs and have burn-in. So thanks anyway." He goes, who don't abuse their plasma TVs. I said the word plasma, and he goes, "Oh, plasma is old technology. I don't use that." I go, "I don't buy cars with a carburetor either." I go, "Okay, dude, the guy who posted the original fucking question said, am I wrong to like plasma?" "Oh, well, I wasn't paying attention to all the stuff I've been posting." And I go, "Yeah, I answered the guys. I commented to the first guy, so I have no reason to talk to you. Bye." And he comes back, I considered it done. Then he comes back, "Oh, well, maybe you could use this, for future knowledge." I go, "Nope, goodbye." And like do a little wave hand emoji. It's like, I'm not talking to you. Go away. Talk to the hand, bitch. But anyway.
You gotta love dicks like that. I mean, you say yourself that you're a dick, but you're like more of a lovable dick. Kind of like Stifler.
Oh, no, he's an asshole.
Well, it's like you don't try to be a dick. It just comes to you naturally, you said. People like that, they tried to actively be assholes.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, no, you're needing to do that." I got into an argument on Telegram with an admin, and I wasn't saying anything offensive and personal. He was, but since he was an admin, he was a dick and took away my fucking privileges for like a week. I wasn't able to post GIFs or GIFs or whatever your personal preference pronunciation is, and like stickers, and that made me sad because like I actually enjoy responding with an animated, answer, or a sticker smiley face. That's some beloved cartoon character that is trademarked that we shouldn't be able to use, but we can because it's free.
Yeah.
But I can't. I gotta use stupid emoji. Sad. Anyway, what's Ian been up to? All right, just kicking around here.
Yeah. No, you don't. I know you didn't want to talk about it too much on the show, but sorry, we're doing the show a little bit late. We're doing a Saturday instead of Friday.
Yeah.
But Frank just wasn't feeling well, and he's feeling a little bit better now.
Yeah, I can actually talk. Had a really bad gout flare up, and then I don't know what the fuck it was. My stomach was spinning upside down and my head was pounding. I tried to go to work and about threw up in the car, and I'm like, I can't do this. I shouldn't be in the vehicle.
Yeah.
And finally today, I'm like, well, I can move around. So that's a plus. And then my computer said, nah. So if I leave all of a sudden, sorry.
Yeah, I probably asked before, but what does pain meds do for that gosh? They're probably not that much, huh?
Well, considering I need them just to get up and get out of bed daily, I have to take something that's stronger for a flare up, and like it works. It just takes a while. The pain meds I take daily, I used to take them for the flare-ups. The problem is if you take too many of them, you get diarrhea. And the thing is, you have to take that many for them to be effective to cure a flare-up.
Yeah.
So the doctor's like, oh, did this one work well for you? I go, well, yeah, until I get diarrhea. They're like, well, we could put you on a low daily dose so you don't, get sick. I go, oh. And then I take ibuprofen on top of that, and it's basically it's not as much the pain as once I cut the inflammation down, the pain goes away. It's not like I'm not on painkillers. I'm not on opiates and opioids or whatever. I'm just taking what they call NSAIDs, or however you pronounce it, which are really, my wife's worried about it. I actually have an appointment with my rheumatologist Monday, because my wife's like, oh well, are you sure it's your gout that you were flaring up with? Because I'm like, well, yes, I think so, but I'm going to talk with my rheumatologist Monday because I have to, because my medical leave is every 6 months. I have to renew it, even for a chronic condition. Apparently, even if you have MS at places, you have to renew your medical leave. Like it's going to just get better.
Right.
So I got to go, and they give you a timed set period of you have this many days to get it all done. So I got to rush like a madman to get that shit out of the way for 6 months.
Yeah. Well, it's good though that you're not. I mean, I guess it's good that you're not on like those painkillers and opioids and stuff. But I mean, yeah. I don't even know if they would help you, that much more.
I mean, the pain, like I said, the pain is the inflammation, because once the joints, the crystals and shit are in the joints, and once they aggravate the joints, then there's pain. I mean, literally, sometimes they'll get hot to the touch, and red. Yeah, a guy I worked with, I told him his brother, their dog would constantly bite him, and I said, you be very careful with dog bites, because that can set up and become an infection, and you will be hospitalized. People don't realize that cat scratches and dog bites, and my father-in-law was hospitalized. My wife's coworkers were hospitalized for the same thing. So I told him, don't dick around with that. So his brother's arm got swollen. He said, oh my God, that might be a really bad infection. I don't want you to just, be put in the hospital. So he told him to the doctor, and the doctor said, actually, no, this actually looks like gout. And blood work, yep, fucking gout. He's like, oh no, he doesn't need that. But he was already on some kind of painkiller. So I'm like, well, that doesn't get it. He's gonna need something for the inflammation that causes the fucking pain.
Yeah.
So, because I'm not, when I take my pills daily, I don't hurt. But when it gets towards the end of the day and I haven't taken my next dose, my joints go, hey man, hey.
Right.
And if I, from working, you bend down, you lift up, pick up stuff, I use my joints. Ben, just his little hand hurts. My shit's because I've actually picked up, I've like picked up boxes, like big bags of fucking dog food sized boxes of shit. And, and like,
You need a desk job, dude.
well, I was going to do that right after I decided to become a heart surgeon, but god damn it, unloading trucks was my passion. I'm trying to get one. I get a rejection notice. I apply for 5 more positions. So trust me, I'm not trying. For some reason, I think the HR departments in most places are inept. When I first got my job, the boss told me I didn't have enough experience. I said, I've worked here and been trained by the people that work here. What do you mean I don't have enough experience, sir? Yeah. This was the manager. This wasn't a guy in HR. This is the fucking manager. Well, you don't really have enough experience. I said, this guy here that's doing the job now showed me how to do the job. I've done it here. What more do I need to fucking do?
But besides, you build a fucking computer.
I
know how to use them.
I just don't want. I mean, I'd really rather not do that kind of work where you're fixing shit over the phone for people. But we'll see if I can get. I talked to a guy in IT who actually went to like my computer career, which is where I was considering going. He's like, yeah, for one, it's very expensive. I go, okay, I don't want to do that. And they rush everything down your throat. When he went, it was a year, but they decided to push it to 7 months. Now they just do it for 7 months. They don't even try to make it last a year. I go, oh, I don't need that shit.
Yeah.
So.
But I just hope you get better, because I know that gout that's no joke. I remember my grandpa had gout, and my stepmom would have to take her up to the. One time she took her up to the doctor, and she almost threw up because they had to do that thing where they like drain like that cottage cheese out of his like foot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, have you ever had anything like that?
No, I mean, when I first got diagnosed with it, I had a broken foot and a broken toe, and I went to an orthopedic specialist. And he said, yeah, he's like, I think you're more hypouricemia, because gout is the buildup of the crystals in the joints, which could or could not be something. At the time, this was, Jesus, over 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with it. So that could have been, a thing. But
I thought it was like the uric acid or whatever.
Yeah, uric acid crystallizes in your joints. It builds up.
Okay.
You think of kidney stones. Those build up over time.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's really, we're not going to show it on this show, but for the love of God, if you want to be grossed out, go onto Google and type uric acid and gout, and you'll see pictures of people because people will get it. Their hands will look like, you ever seen somebody with rheumatoid arthritis where their hands
are all like elephantitis or some shit?
No, your joints just like, you look like you have fucking rocks stuck under your knuckles, and they got to cut it out and they dig it out because it's hard crystals. It's not, like you said, guys, cheese. That's different. This is like, it feels like broken glass in your fucking finger, like your fingers or wherever the affected joint is. I get it every fucking where. Because some people, they're like, oh, everyone's like, isn't that just old men who eat too much liver and their big toe swells up? Yes, that's the stereotypical one. Yes. Yes.
Well, they call it the rich man's disease or whatever, don't they?
Well, yeah, because if you eat a lot of fatty food, if you eat a lot of shellfish and liver and stuff like that. My buddy, when I got diagnosed, he's like, "Isn't that a thing that happens to old men that eat a lot of liver?" Which, yes, liver and deli meats are high in purines, which is bad.
Beer too. Lots of
Well, alcohol in general.
alcohol.
I have not had a drink since I met my wife when we got married. I had a glass of champagne on our wedding day. But that was it. But anyway, we're an hour in and we're just bullshitting.
Yeah.
So
as far as what I've been up to, real quick though, I finally got these in these the addressable LED strip here. Yeah, RGBW. Yeah, it takes one of these. It's a 3-pin. And it's got one of these. It's basically like the same thing as like a fan connector on the end. It's a 3-pin.
Don't burn your fucking house down.
Right. Oh, and I guess they included. I tried to research. They included these extra 2 pins for if you. This is, I guess, to supply more power to it if you need to daisy chain multiple of these rolls, because I think it supports up to like 2000 2048 pixels or whatever. That's if you actually want to do like those, like a large display of these or whatever.
Right. If you bought like 100 rolls of those and wanted to make like a marquee. Some people do that. You see those guys who do the nanoleaf auroras on the entire wall, and they're like, dude, it'd be cheaper just to get a giant TV.
Yeah.
And it'd look a lot cooler. But no, addressable is like only 5 volts, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 5 volt, but it's the whole roll is like 20 amps. It's a lot of amperage for these.
Wow.
I think I calculated it's like 60. It's either 60 or 90 even milliamps just for one of them. Yeah, that's a lot. So like, yeah, I'm probably gonna do a Wi-Fi thing, module for it, because I don't even know with that Node Pro how many. If it's going to be a lot of amps, I don't even know if would be able to handle it, and I don't even know if it's would be compatible with the RGBW thing.
Probably not.
But
I mean, you can get a little Wi-Fi little dongle thingy and just use a little whatever app on your phone, right?
Yeah, well, you could even do it in your browser, I suppose, on your computer. So it would still technically be on your computer.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Computer.
Instead of like how your apps on your phone are really just a browser with the fucking website to the thing.
Yeah,
I ordered pizza recently, and like I'm like, oh, I wonder if they have an app, and they had an app that had over 10,000 downloads, no reviews. I was like, that's weird, and I download it, and I pull up the, check the status of your order. It's the fucking website. Yeah. I'm like, oh, so there's some window dressing to say, some pop-up ads to make it look like it's its own app, but then it's literally just the fucking website on a shitty mobile browser.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they might even might be able to download some software that could control the strip with it, because I even saw they had like adapters that you can put like an SD card in it to save like a file to have like certain patterns and stuff programmed into it.
I mean, yeah, if it really was just like a bash file or something, probably.
Yeah.
But
no, it's pretty. They're pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. It's got like that new it's got like a new rubber smell. I used to always like that when I was a kid with opening like a new toy or something. Ooh. It smells like all brand new.
See, I like when you get a book. Certain books have a different smell. Not all of them. Different books have different smells. Like a Bible, you're like, oh, this is a Bible. But like,
it smells like musty.
Right. I don't know what it is. Certain books I open, I'm like, ooh, I like this. And then, like, you ever read a book that's like required reading and it's fucking newsprint?
Oh yeah.
Like you're like, what the hell? This is the shittiest print. It comes off on your fingers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I understand I want the cheapest version possible, but like I read books in 8th grade that like you could see through the paper. I'm like, what is this, wax paper? What?
Shit, man.
Anyway, let's
Yeah, what's uh let me hit you up with this though. Uh
Disto.
this though.
I
Soda
don't
Top.
give a fuck.
Oh yeah, I did do that theme song, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
I was telling Ian, I was like, I'll get some free plugins because I looked up. I was gonna do a theme song for Video of the Week or whatever, but I couldn't get my keyboard to record in my DAW. I could play it and I could hear it, but when I would hit record and start playing, nothing recorded. So I was like, okay, I got to watch the stupid tutorial. And looking up tutorials are like, oh, hey, here's some free plugins. And I'm like, well, I mean, I'm not going to not take them.
Right.
Because I have, free ones are the best. I mean, honestly, I've paid for a couple, like I paid for two because I had the free trial and I was like, oh, this is dope. But like, if you do free right, I might just buy your shit.
Yeah.
Like, or that's how you win me with a product. You either give me a freebie that's really awesome, or you give me something that is paid for, but give me customer service that goes above and beyond. Like my wife and I, we use Chewy for our pet supplies, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
we ordered like
I've heard of that.
Well, we ordered like over 50-something pounds of dog food because we had a big dog and multiple dogs, and we ordered all this dog food, and it said it was shipped and it said it arrived, was not on our fucking porch. So either the postman lost it, or the dumbasses took it to the wrong house, or someone stole it. It was fucking gone. So when my wife got home, that'll bring you down if you had a bad day. And she called them and said, I don't know how to explain this, but I came home and it's not on my porch. I don't have it. And they said, oh, okay, I understand how that can happen. We're so sorry. Here, we just reshipped your entire order for free. That's all it took. And my wife told me that, and I said, God damn, I wish they sold other shit so I could give them more of my money. Like,
Right.
that is what you want. If Amazon did that instead of this, oh yeah, even though you ordered a Prime, you're not going to get it for a month. Really, B? Really? So,
You know what they should do though? They should have like someone should make a company that's just for like local tech support where like like just you with that problem with this your pump with your heater, like if you needed help or something, like say if you wanted Micro Center help, you got to take up your whole computer up there, whereas if they had somebody that you could just call to come over real quick, like a pizza delivery guy or some shit, just come and check it out and then just boom, fix a couple of things like a plumber or whatever,
like the Geek Squad.
Yeah.
Well, like,
yeah, but I don't even think that. I think you got to take your shit up to them, don't you?
They have a van and a bug that drives around. I don't know. I never paid the extra money because half the shit they sell is like, nah, I'll just throw it away and buy something new. Or Apple products, I found out I paid the extra, and I go there like, oh yeah, this is an Apple product. You got to take that to Apple. I bought it here. No, you got to take it to fucking Apple.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they just need like a common folk tech guy,
They need no, they want me to RMA it and send it to fucking Japan and wait a month, and then they tell me, oh yeah, it's still not. Like I might get an email that's ends up in my spam filter because it doesn't even look like it was sent by a human. So what are you drinking on, sir?
Well, tonight I'm drinking on your arch nemesis here. I'm drinking on some Grape Crush.
No, I don't hate Grape Crush. Crush tastes like fake drink, which is it tastes like drink, not juice. Drink. That's cool. If you come in and knowing what it's going to taste like, cool. I don't like when they're like natural, with natural flavors and you get it and you're like, this is plastic. False advertising.
Yeah. But it's kind of like Kool-Aid, kind of.
I'm drinking on ice, and I've got same balls cherry bottle just in case I feel like switching up. Water from the toilet, and 7 Up cherry in case those have been here for like 2 weeks because I keep going. Maybe if I drink all the diet, I'll want, and then I don't end up drinking all the diet, or not drinking all the dew. I fall asleep.
Yeah, I got some toilet water too, but also I got some of this vanilla orange Coke.
My wife got me one of
Yeah.
those the other day. I got a pizza from Marco's, from the family video people.
Oh yeah.
I got a extra large cheese pizza from them for $9.99, and my wife brought me a orange vanilla Coke from a gas station, so I had that for dinner. And I brought home the pizza. She's like, "Jesus, could you have got a bigger pizza?" I go, "It was $9.99." And then it barely fit in. It fit in my fridge, like no joke, in the slot where you're supposed to be able to move the shelves.
Slot.
Yeah, it fit in there like it was a fucking shelf. I'm not kidding. I took it out. I was like, Jesus, what am I gonna? It's 12 slices. I was like, Jesus, what am I gonna do with this? So anyway,
Oh, Jesus Christ!
right. So we're gonna go into video of the week first, or battle stations.
Yeah, let's our video of the week. I just had real briefly. I had this one thing where he I don't know if you want to screen share or if you want me to.
I mean, screen share usually is better for me than camera.
Yeah, we'll get that fixed soon though with a new.
Or not.
You said you want to though.
Yeah, but
Okay, so this he's showing you how to convert light into sound, basically.
What?
Yeah,
What,
so
dog?
basically he's using this device that converts wavelengths of light into like an audible sound. It's kind of like, did you ever hear about that thing where they can shine like a laser? Like if somebody's trying to spy on you, they could shine a laser into your window and be able to hear what you're hear you talking and stuff.
No.
Yep. Well, that's a thing. You can do that.
I can't do that. The fucking government could probably do that, though.
Yeah. But this device could do it. It's he shows you if I don't know if you want to scrub through a little bit here and there, but he waves this like laser and like a flashlight over it, and it was making some noise and stuff. And then he was able to get this. He basically went like 360 degrees. He had this app on his thing that converted a song into a light that would just flash really fast, like every second, and it was able to convert that back into the sound again. So it's like you're going through this chain of going from sound to light back to sound again, and it was actually playing. I was like, okay, I guess there's probably some uses for that. I just don't know what. I mean, besides like spying and stuff, I don't know. But it was kind of interesting because we remember we did a video of the week, like with something similar with the like magnifying sound or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then you did like an article that was like basically the polar opposite of that, you said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just realized that for whatever reason, I've got this plugin for YouTube to do stuff like, does it show on the top left corner? Oh, wow, that's so great. On the top left corner, does it show the number for the volume that I'm changing?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, anyway, I can change the volume with my scroll wheel, and like,
oh, that's cool.
I could do other things with the video, and the plugin by default when I load up the video, it goes to 480. I don't know why. I understand it happening at work because the connection blows, but here I should be able to watch video at more than 480. So I have to go into the website for it and change the settings there, which I believe I fixed, but I just have to pull up a stupid video while I'm talking to you to tweak it, make sure it worked here. Skip ad. Okay, quality. No, now it did auto 360. What? Well, this video only goes up to 360. Never mind. That's the problem with YouTube. Some old shit isn't 4K.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell phone only goes up to 360 though.
Flip phone.
Grandma with her jitterbug.
I remember this.
Right? The phone you give the kid that just has, mom or home on it in one big button. Okay, now it's pulling up. Now it seems to work because only thing I want to do, I forgot. I gotta make sure okay. I can not only make a number show up in the top left corner. I can change the color so I can see what the volume is. That's pretty dope.
But yeah, that's all for my video of the week. We were talking before the show about Linus and stuff, and since we were talking about it, I was like, darn, I should have. I wanted to do the one. I don't know if you saw the one where they're testing out different things to do thermal grease.
Make your own. I think was that one that they did because Linus was on vacation. That's what they when they tried water cooling
for a while.
When they water cooled with a sink, they're like, Linus on vacation, so fuck it, we'll do it. He said not to do it, but he's not here, man.
Yeah, maybe if I don't have anything good next week, maybe I'll save it for next week. Unless if you're doing it tonight, I don't know what you're doing now.
What? I didn't understand that. What? Say this again.
Oh, I said if I don't have anything good for next week, maybe I'll do the thermal grease next week. Unless if you have it now.
Oh no, I just saw the thumbnail.
Okay. Well, what is your video of the week, good sir?
Oh, see, I gotta do 2 theme songs because we each have a video of the week. Shit. Okay. Anyway, so my video of the week is an update because you remember when Last Tech Tips did with Wendell from Level 1 Tech / Tech Syndicate on how to game on Linux?
Yeah.
Well, basically, they did their Wendell, which is what's that guy's name? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Not Alex, the other guy.
Oh, I forget.
Anyway,
that dude just needs to let that hair go, man.
Right? It's like barely there. Anyway, they did a video on installing Linux, and basically, if you don't want to use Ubuntu, there are other versions of Linux that are out there that are more catered towards gaming, but Ubuntu is the most popular, so it still can work. I mean, like I said, they do a 15-minute video on it, so their videos be more in depth. I just figured it was interesting because they take one of the guys who likes gaming on Windows, and they said, well, if you want to do it on Linux instead, okay, what do I need to do? Just do this. Okay, how's the experience? Well, here's the thing that make you walk away. There's barely any control for RGB. There's some, not as much as everyone else.
You mean there actually is
Anthony?
Some
That's his
RGB
name.
software on there?
Huh?
Oh yeah, Anthony.
I forgot. Yeah.
There's some RGB software though out there.
Yeah, he named one. I can't think of it. You watch the
But no, he's cool though. He's always helping them with their server shit, isn't he? Uh-oh.
There's a couple. It might post. Fucking Google.
Just let it go.
Right. Anthony.
But no, what were you saying, Anthony? Yeah, he like I was saying, he helps with their server shit a lot.
I watched the ones where they worked on their network like repeatedly. That one's the one. When you know how people like play a video in the background to just have noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that one playing in the background a bunch. Like in my headphones, I'll have it playing because it's kind of funny. Because some of it I gather, some I can't. I actually started watching some CompTIA videos for like, if I want to go and get certifications and shit.
Oh yeah.
Because it's the same thing as the class, except it's free.
Yeah, Linus is lucky he has all these people because he's basically over his head with all of his servers.
Yeah, and it's out of his element. Like, you ever watch like I think it was when Bitwit tried to do make a NAS for him. He had to go to Wendell, and Wendell's just like, just get a disk shelf, dude.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Even Gamers Nexus, they still have had. I don't even think they've changed it out yet. They've still had just Synology,
I actually was watching a video on how this guy said how to make a NAS, and he made a computer, and then he installed the fucking Synology software on it, and everyone in the comments like, why? Why don't you just use FreeNAS or some other? I don't know. I think my next NAS, when I take this chip and turn it into a NAS, if it still works by then, I'll if I don't fry it, I think I'll make it a hypervisor and then just run virtual machines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been reading a little bit about that.
That's what my friend does. He works on virtual machines for that company Expedient.
Expedient?
Yeah, that's the name of the company he does all that shit for, where you can you buy your own virtual machines.
Right. Well, this is like what they consider like there's also a subreddit for home labs, and that's what it is. You buy enterprise grade shit just so you can play with stuff and learn without having to break the boss's stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway,
but yeah, I found they have a refurbished 10 terabyte for 200 on Newegg.
Ooh.
And it was a Western Digital, one of those.
Is it one of mine?
Reds or whatever.
Oh,
yeah. I was thinking about getting that here. I have money for it now.
Yeah.
I've just been waiting to look around and see what's out there in the wild,
Right. I mean, prices on everything fluctuate so much. I'm sure as soon as you buy something, it's like gas, it'll go down.
Yeah.
That's why like the Raid originally was a cheap, inexpensive discs was the thing, and now it's just, independent, or what was it? I don't know. Anyway, I could get a bunch of like 6 or 8 terabyte drives and cram in my computer now. But I'm like, do I really want to do that? But then, like, whenever I, do, because, my Threadripper build, if I do make a NAS with that, I'd like to put bigger drives in it, and I would like to be able to just move them, but I'm still going to have my FX machine, so I might as well keep some drives in it and do offsite storage with it. So it's all up in the air. Everything right now is on external drives. I could lose everything tomorrow. I don't fucking know.
Externals, I've always had bad luck with those.
I've had maybe 2 crash on me. I had one that was going to die, and then I had one that did. And that was an old 500 gig Western Digital. It had a button in the front to turn it on and off, which was really cool until it stopped working. So you would click it and you hear a spring. Wing.
do you think the hard drives that require power, or do you think they're more reliable than like the ones that you just plug into the USB? Because like I got my parents and that girl that I was seeing those ones, like they had 4 TB and a 2 TB you could just plug in through USB.
I mean, like one of my hard drives I got that's actually given me a couple problems. So it was a one I bought off of eBay. The guy said it was broken, and I said, "I'll bet it's just the power supply." Because I had one, the power supply went bad, and I bought 2 because they were cheap. And a guy was selling this. I think it's a terabyte, 1.5 TB for like $25 or something stupid like that. And I bought it, going, I hope it's this power supply. I plugged the power supply in, it works. But then it doesn't shut off. Like, it's real weird. Like, you literally have to unplug the power supply. Most, hard drives will shut off with the computer, even if they have a power supply. This one doesn't. I don't know if the power supply I got is wrong. But that's what the thing was when like I was hearing the and I couldn't figure it out. That's what it was. It was my USB drive, which I only use this thing for a backup of my operating system, so I don't really care too much. But anyway,
Did you
go ahead.
Did you have any games backed up on your external hard drive that like?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I had it when I had an Ouya and my Wii soft modded. I had some like old games on those, but that was just dicking around stuff. My actual games, like for my computer, no, those are on a hard drive, like a physical disk, because USB is still slow and like load screens. Like I would put everything on, I would load up hard drives on my computer and put all my games on it, sure, but load screens over a network have got to be horrendous.
Yeah.
From what they say they're there, but they're not. I've asked people who've done it, and they're like, I wouldn't do it on anything you care about loading. And I'm like, well, I care about loading on everything. So that's why I have a 10 TB with my games on it, and I have a 3 TB that's full that I need to wipe so I can put more games on it.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, what was a 3 TB the one that you had games on before you got the 10 TB? And now that you have that, are you just going to leave that for like if you overflow the 10 TB?
Possibly. I might switch my OS to an NVMe, and then the SATA connection from my boot drive now, I might put another 10 TB later. I don't know. It's all up in the fucking air. Anyway, we get on to some stations.
Yep. I guess I need to hit you up with that too. So.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations. Station.
This fucking dickhead.
Well, my theme was triple monitor setups that were the first ones that I could find on Reddit since I was in a hurry.
I was going to say the first, like, you scroll back in time to, like, the first ones that were ever posted. Is that what you did?
No, the latest ones.
Okay. This guy, okay. He's got a Rode mic. So that's a good mic.
Yeah.
Expensive mic. Doesn't have the Rode arm, though, right? It is a Rode mic, right? Or is it Audio Technica?
Oh, I have no idea.
Might be Audio Technica now. I can't see the logo on the thing. It could be a Rode or an Audio Technica. Now that I look at the headphones are Audio Technica. Thing is, the dude's got them hanging like that. And it drives me nuts. First, I think they're Audio Technica. Now I'm feeling bad. Scroll through the comments. Yeah, Audio Technica. Hold on. Copy.
Yappy.
Search with Google. How much them bad boys go for on Amazon? Let's see here. $91. Okay, it's not bad. I thought they were the more higher end model. Because Audio Technica has a pair that looks like that are more expensive. But apparently not those. But either way, so that's probably an Audio Technica mic then. He picks your truck. It said he was a trucker in the comments. No, there's his truck. That's a pickup. That isn't a truck. Anyway.
Truck driver.
So he's got a bullshit, racing seat.
At least he's got his mic. I think you could talk through the side because it's a side address mic, isn't it?
I think. I don't know. Doesn't look like
people
a
always
shotgun
pointed towards them for some reason, even though they're a side address.
Yeah, because people don't know. They think you got to talk into the end of it. He's got his keyboard facing sideways, so I'm guessing he's a CSGO player. Because that's the only reason anyone should have their their keyboard facing that way.
CS Blue.
Yeah, he's got his speakers up way too fucking high unless he likes sound going above his ears. Whoosh, over his head. Got a decent case. The Corsair looks like the RGB
carbide
version. I don't think so.
I know the carbide had just like a solid front.
It's spec. Might be the spec. Hold on.
I don't know about that
carbide.
The glass.
Oh, you might be right. Let me see. What was this? I thought it was the spec. Now that. I don't know. Oh, you're right. It is the carbide. My bad. They had, carbide spec. So I guess we're both fucking right.
Yeah, I remember that because I was looking for a nice black and white case.
And this one's all plasticky. I don't care for it. The one he's got is aight. He's got an Xbox. He's got, looks like a Echo. Got two mice for some reason, a Stream Deck, a little light over here so he can see something. But the fact that his speaker's way up there bothers me.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's tall enough that he can hear up there, then he needs to have his monitors up there. But, you know.
The speakers in the chair are my only gripes.
Yeah, I mean, my only gripes are just, like the placement of things. I wouldn't mind having these things.
Right.
Someone said,
I
"Hey, you got more."
That chair.
He said, "Someone said, can we get more pictures of your PC?" So it's a Ryzen 2600 build. So that's tight.
Isn't that what that Wi-Fi sauce says?
I don't know.
Ryzen build or something.
I haven't seen what she had since like he made her an old Intel build with some parts he had sitting around. So I have no idea.
He doesn't get a computer because she breaks glass and stuff. Right.
Right. I don't know what she's got. I've seen the videos. I watched a bunch of his builds, but I don't pay attention. I building this for. I don't care.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like strips them. You strip some parts.
I saw this. He moved into like a new house or whatever. But I try to. The thing is I try to start watching his vlogs.
But you think he's too annoying?
No, not annoying. I just get bored from his vlog.
Yeah, vlogs. I hate that they start out like we should have did this, and then you got to watch 20 minutes of video for 2 minutes at the end where they wrap up what you were expecting them to talk about.
Yeah, he does that clickbait pretty bad where he's like, I'm done or something like that.
Right, and it's like he's done going to Church's Chicken. What?
Motherfucker, I'll kill you.
Right. Now this one, okay. Your thoughts before I say anything.
Get over here. And judge this.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't know, man.
You don't know, man.
I mean, it's cool, but it's not my cup of tea.
Well, like, for one, he has a white mouse pad, and I'm sure that's supposed to just be a shadow, but it could be dirt because they get dirty really easy. And then like, I don't. He's got an old projector down at the bottom there, and like, he's got 3 TVs or whatever they are. They're Spectra, or however you pronounce it, from Walmart. So they're El Cheapos.
James Bond Spectre.
Yeah, that's what I said. And then, like, I'm all for cable management, grouping your shit together, but putting it where the fuck, like, what's the point of having those, vinyl channels to cover it when it's where we can see it? Like, I understand you're going for a white and black theme, but and you got the nasty. I don't know why anyone likes those ergonomic keyboards, and I would like them even less with those chiclet keys and that numpad. This what? No, no, no. And then the wall's got paint chips missing out of it, and
Sweet.
no, just no, dude. Why? No. I mean, I get it. He's probably the dopest kid on the block, but he could have made this look a little better.
Probably a little bit more effort, huh?
Well, like, if he had, I hate to say this, but if he turned the lights off and he just put like LED strips on like the controller holsters, you would have said, "Ooh, controller floating out of nowhere." Ooh, and then you turn the lights on, you're like, "Oh, it's whitewashed."
Yeah, the lighting wasn't too well thought out for this one,
Well, I mean, like, okay, the wall is obviously a fucking wood paneling that has been painted, which, okay, the floor. What the hell is that? Bubbling linoleum and plastic? What is that? Like,
yeah.
I'm serious. Look, like that strip to the left. There's little pieces of stripping, molding, and then a big piece of like laminate. I don't know. And he's got this horrible fan on the side of the case. Woo. Woo.
Yeah, he spent it all on the TVs, dog.
Other triple 50-inch television battle station. First comment, or top comment, it's crooked. Second comment, very crooked. Third comment, very, very crooked. Very, very, very crooked. And that was him posting that. Very, 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 very crooked. Wow. It's not that crooked. You ever try lining up 3 wall mounts? It's a fucking nightmare. Sure. But I'm just going to go ahead and ignore it. Displays, 50-inch Spectras. Yeah. They're only 1080s? What? Why even then? Bruh. 3 1080-inch. 50-inch 1080. Surround sound system.
Yeah, Frank's ruined on that 4K now.
Well, I mean, I get if you're. He can't be sitting that far away. Like, is he 8 feet away from the fucking screen? No. This project that kept going for about 5 years, and how much? HDMI, 4 HDMI switchers hooked up to triple 21 Asus. What? Oh, seeing an angle too. He has another shot. Where is it, dog? What the fuck? Where it be, dog? Oh, I don't understand. There's a link, but there's nothing here. Let me just click it, see if that does anything. No, it brings me the same shit. Okay. Anyway, nah, dude. No. You're not winning me over, Ian. Okay, we're 2 hours in. Third station is...
Oh, we start at 10. It's 11:10 now.
Is it... There we go. It's getting there. Does he show his case? Because he might be breaking the rules, dog.
I don't know, man.
I'm not sure if
I
that's
was just looking at screens.
All right. I'm not sure if that's his router or his case. I'll have to look. So Samsung, LG, Samsung. Sure. I mean, it is 3 screens. The one on the right, I think that's hooked up to a Xbox, isn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I've never had an Xbox, so I don't really know. I'm just guessing here. Where's the PC? I'm going to upvote this person. Yeah. Say no. So, yeah, the first guy is the best.
You gonna report him?
Well, I'm going to give him a chance to answer. Because he's not answering a damn thing. So, yeah, I hear 3. I only care for 1. And even that one, I would move stuff around. You, sir?
Looking, Reddit's not too good today with the builds.
No.
Okay, here we go. I'll find one since I've got a separate one since that might be disqualified. Let me put it in the chat here, even though you probably might get kicked out again.
Damn shit, freezing again. Don't understand. Anyway. Still there?
Yeah.
I mean, this one would be dope if it was 3 4K screens. In 2019, I can't see buying 3 50-inch 1080p panels. Unless you're completely on the other side of the room, like 10 feet away. And because I have a 49-inch, I would not buy this screen to sit at and be at a computer if it was 1080. If I was on the other side of the room and you can't really tell, because at that distance, yes, there is some loss of quality. You're not going to see it. Sitting this close to 4K is amazing, even if they probably don't intend you to do that. But anyway, so yeah, even though he got 770 something upvotes.
Well, here's my replacement, Frank.
Oh.
For the last one, because that one might not count. Then I put in the chat. I don't know if you could.
I'm gonna try, but I can't promise it won't close. So hold on.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Oh well.
Apparently, that's a no.
Motherfucker.
I can't click on the chat links for whatever reason. So, zoom in on that.
Get to it.
Let me go to what's it called? What's the headline?
My happy place.
Let me open this in a new window because that sounds like porn right there. believe I found it though. Yes, it did. Okay. I don't know why I can't copy your links. I think I blame Google.
Yep, me too.
Now, which one did you say
Fucking
that's
Google.
replacing? The last
Nope.
guy that you can't see the station?
Yeah, if that's
If that's the only offender?
yeah, if he's gonna be disqualified, then yeah, might as well get a third one. You know, or fourth
Another
one.
ergonomic keyboard. Jesus.
By the way, do you want to screen share that?
No, just kidding. I had to make sure it worked first.
Nice, I just making sure it's not pouring first.
Well, yeah, that was the whole reason doing another window. I mean, I would have moved the speakers a little further out so they're not covering the monitors, but other than that, yeah, it's all right. Pretty dope.
So I would say that this would be my first, and then so it'd be 3, 1, then 2.
Sorry, Mr. Whatever you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree, because this one would be the jam with the surround sound. Oh man. But
Sure.
even if you're sitting right where those keyboards and shit are, that's still not far enough away that I would not want 4K.
Well,
Like if
you think you and your wife would do a setup like that where you have like 3 TVs, like that's your entertainment too?
No.
No.
Are you crazy? Shit, you crazy? Shit.
I mean, it'd be awesome to have 3 TVs like that, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
I mean, 3 4K TVs.
Sir, you've never heard of the WAF, have you?
You know, they shoot it like that, huh?
The wife acceptance factor. Go ahead, go out there and on your first day say, hey, baby, so if you're over at my house, I'm going to have 3 TVs. Yeah. What do you mean that's stupid? No, they're not hooked up to cable, baby. They're hooked up to a TV. They're hooked up to my computer. What? Well, I mean, for World of Warcraft, of course. Hey, where are you going?
Well, of course you wouldn't have that. It would be your computer or your Xbox or your cable box or whatever.
Nah, she gone.
But I mean, like the whole idea with that though is like, would you ever have like a computer setup where you have the just like little table for your keyboard and mouse and you're sitting on the couch?
Well, no. I'd have a little like portable keyboard trackpad dealy. So like for HD TV, like HTPC, home theater PC, if I need it. Fucking smart TVs now are just 90% of the way there. I mean, the only reason I would prefer a Roku over a smart TV is because there's no Crunchyroll app for smart TVs.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay, what theme were you going for this week, buddy?
My theme is I ain't no bullshit. I ain't got one. I just found some shit I thought looked cool, and I said, "This is what I'm gonna do."
Or
and
were
that's
you
what
like
I did.
looking around?
Yep, I was scrolling, and it's like that meme. It's like y'all be on page 57 of Pornhub. No, none of these will do. And I was like, I ain't got time for this shit. I got other things to do in my day. I got to finish this dookie I'm taking and get back to work. So this guy here, first one. God damn. Okay.
He's doing the RGB cable comb or
cable
or whatever.
What do they call that? Lear
extensions. Yeah.
From Lian Lee, I think. Now there's so much going right in this picture. I don't even know where to begin. So he's got the IKEA drawers and that's probably the Carl B counter. Well, actually, it looks like a Hamarp that he might have stained, or it just might be a dark picture, because the green here looks like my Hamarp So if you did, then we're twinsies, which is always a win. Next, yes, there's a laptop here, but don't pay attention to that shit. Look over here at the beautiful PC. First off, that RGB just crisp, right?
Right. It's like Willy Wonka of computers, RGB shit.
Right. Like they got a GeForce 2080 and from EVGA, but then they got this MSI. I think it's a support for the graphics card because I don't think there's another card there. I'll have to read the description. But if it's not, that's kind of stupid because those cards are so like the triple slot cards are so retarded that you don't need a you don't need a real brace. Like your motherboard is really supposed to have reinforcements on it now. I think this amp is a Woo amp. I didn't read anything. I'm just going from what I can see here. Well, see, I might be wrong though. I know the top piece here is a it's escaping me. I had the name right on the top, right at the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. It's got that dial at the top. It's either a piece from Sennheiser or, which I don't think it is, or a can't remember the name of it. Audizy headphones, which are planar magnetic, which is more expensive. At least a Rode mic stand, if not a Rode mic. I can't quite tell. It looks like a shotgun mic, so it could be. They got those Nanoleaf RGB things. I can't tell what kind of monitors, sadly, but they look good.
Yeah.
And they're doing that thing where they put all their shit on their desk, like their extra cables for their headphones, their fucking phone. Look at all this shit I got. You ain't got none of it.
What's that wooden vase or cup or whatever?
Water bottle.
Huh.
It's swell. That's what it says. I didn't read any of the description. I was just like, oh boy. And the reason I don't read the comments, what are those LED triangles on the wall? Is this your first fucking day here? What's the wallpaper on your second monitor? It's actually photos I personally took. What? Ooh, that's nice.
They should have told them to make it like a nano leaf and split, right?
Yeah. Why don't you make like a tree? Get out of here. Make like a tree and leave. Sound like a damn fool with Sarah. Might have seen that once or twice.
You need power.
So it is a Rode mic. Okay. What size TV are those? No comment. Beautiful keyboards, custom. I had a commission. A crap ton of people asked me. Okay, dude. Custom build, had commission. Sorry. People keep asking them the dumb shit about the.
Why you keep asking?
Yeah.
Dumb shit.
Let me ask you a question that 900 other people have asked. No. Anyway, that's just the first station. A lot of shit going on there. Looks nice. That's what we just. It looks nice. Now this one, look at this. Look at this shit. Right.
It likes orange, I guess.
I mean, their Yeti is in the wrong position. Now that I look at it. And their speakers, even though their studio monitors are way up top.
The lighting is pretty nice. With the strip on the desk.
Mm-hmm. And then they match everything to the orange and white and kind of a bluey theme there,
Yeah. How do people usually control those nano leaves? Is that just like a Wi-Fi thing usually too?
I have no idea. It's too expensive. I said, how much? Never fucking mind, man. me mention their make sure. I had a comment because I'm a smartass. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's the second station I got here. Just just looks nice. Nice.
Noise.
Nice. And third station. Whoop,
Third
two zoom
station.
enhance.
Oh, unzoom enhance.
Right? No, this is zoomed. And this is unzoomed. So it's air cooled. RGB mouse pads, pretty dope. Corsair looks like a strafe keyboard. Got those, I can't remember what they are, but they're RGB speakers, which are kind of in the wrong position for me, but whatever. It's kind of cool though with the combination of the wallpaper and the actual angle of the monitors. It kind of looks like this is a render.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't just a little bit too human in touch, I would have assumed it was all made in a machine. So there's
Yeah,
that.
they still could have fooled you. You never know.
Right. So it's a AM Sapphire Pulse 580, an i5 8600K, 4 8 gig sticks of DDR4 from Corsair, 650 G3 power supply, NZXT case, Alienware 25-inch monitor, Asus 24-inch old. Hey, I was right.
Yeah,
It was a strafe keyboard. Oh, so it was Logitech speakers. Huh.
It's strafe. Get it strafe.
Search with Google. Amazon.
Get it straight. It's strafe.
Right. So these speakers, they got RGB and a sub. They're only $200.
That's like cheap for that kind of thing, isn't it?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's Logitech, so it can't sound that great. But
I thought Logitech was. I thought they did decent speakers, at least for the small ones. For the
I mean,
size they are usually.
they're desktop speakers. I mean, they had that one brand that like these that the fucking part of them was ornamental.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing is you would never get like specifically desktop computer speakers, right?
I wouldn't know. I mean, if you want RGB and speakers, get good speakers, and then just put some RGB lights behind them.
Yeah,
There you
you
go.
can always do
'Cause
that.
Yeah, you're not gonna want the lights dead on any fucking way. You're gonna want it to come out the side or the back. So who gives a shit?
Oh, you
Get
don't want a
some-
nice RGB ring around them or something?
No, what you do is you get regular speakers and then you put LEDs behind them and whatever shape you want, whatever pattern, and there you go. They sound great, and they're probably going to be black because all speakers are black now anyway. Or maybe even really fucking wood. Who gives a shit? So this
And then
guy,
maybe even have them synced up to the music. Get one of those music adapt controllers, you know?
oh yeah, it's you buy the LED strips and the controller is literally a microphone. I saw
Yeah.
a YouTube video. The guy put I think the guy was Tech Block. He did his entire setup, and he said this strip here. He plugs it in, and he goes, it's actually got a microphone. And he speaks into it, and it's like those old like toy microphones that you talk into, and it echoes. It's like you can hear the plastic rattling under his breath, but like it worked, like pretty responsive.
Yeah.
So if that's all you wanted to do, I mean, Asus, if you really want to go crazy, can match up to your music you're playing, so it doesn't even have to hear it. But so this guy's got 3.6 thousand upvotes, 120 upvotes, and 2.5 thousand.
Okay, so this is one. The orange one is 2. And
Purple
then,
is 3. Is that your order that you like them, or just how I presented them?
yeah, I like them in the order.
I mean,
1, 2, 3.
the second one has the ultra wide, and then this one's just got the desk, and this is
That one's just crazy, man.
right, crazy. And then this one's always got is some RGB, which everybody's got. Maybe that was the theme I was doing subconsciously. I just said, "Fuck it, I'll do more RGB." I don't remember picking it as a theme, but
The other
whatevs.
one's not really RGB. It's more of like a specific theme, with the
Well,
colors.
this one is. I mean, it just tuned it to the right colors.
Well, it is RGB, but RGB usually is unicorn vomit,
You're this. You either got Outrun, or you got. Ian just prefers. This is tasteful RGB.
Yeah, that's more of like it's more like romantic type of mood,
When you get the assholes that are like, RGB is stupid. I prefer all orange lights. What did you have to use to get orange, buddy? Oh, you bought RGB and turned it fucking orange, huh? Okay. Watch it. Do that. Next time you see a post that says no RGB, you go, actually, that's RGB. You just made it white.
No, I don't want that shit. I hate options.
Right? Everyone hates it. They're like, off is an option. That my GPU, they made it so you don't even have to go into the software. You just walk over and press a button and the shit's off. So.
No, I don't like it because then it could still look douchey.
What people are like, I don't like everything that's popular, or I want something that's not popular, and I don't like what everybody else likes. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I don't want to have the same shit as everyone else.
Right. Even though that way it's cheaper to go buy it because everyone has it. I hate these things that all have this now. They're like, well, then just buy it and turn it the fuck off. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, eventually it's going to be more expensive to get things that don't have that option in there,
Right. That's what we're working towards. Anyway, so let's get into the news now, sir.
Oh, do we gotta?
Yes, god damn it.
RGB strip.
I thought that was toilet paper for some reason. The news with Ian and toilet paper.
Yeah, it's real flat toilet paper.
Actually, I saw the white.
Did you see they had I saw a video about the thing where they have like toilet paper tablets or something?
What?
Where like expands into like.
No. Anyway.
A roll like, I don't know.
What is it, like those towels that you put in water and they blow up?
It's like that.
Nah, that's nasty. Anyway, so what's this here about Corsair issuing recalls on H100i RGB Platinums? That's pretty much it.
It's whatever the article says.
So basically, there's a problem. My problem is Enermax, they should have issued a recall on their first run of the Threadripper coolers, but they said, nah, you just turn them in as they break, motherfucker. Is the second line better? Nah. Buy it and find out.
So Corsair announced that it was having an issue, or Corsair announced that it was issuing a product recall on a select number of Hydro Series H100i RGB Platinum SE coolers due to leakage. Corsair says that this recall is a precautionary measure and affects less than 1% of the H100i RGB Platinum SE units. The Corsair team discovered that some units within a certain batch code were leaking small amounts of coolant into the hose sleeving. These leaks should be easy to spot as the cooler and its tubing are white while the coolant is bright green. Yeah, the customer service representative noted that this issue should be immediately noticeable upon opening the box, but may also creep up over time as a result of small batch of coolers are being recalled. That's the whole thing is like they're not even really responsible if like that shit fucks up your computer, are they?
I mean, they'll just fix the cooler, but if it blows up onto something else, they say sucks, don't it?
That's some whole bullshit right there, man.
Right. That's why a lot of people are like, "No, man, just do air." And they're like, "Yeah, because you know you can't overclock really with air. I mean, you can, but." I'm sorry, when I
Yeah,
copied and pasted your articles, it made everything quadruple spaced. So give me a second to pull up the next article.
yeah, but I mean, like, what sucks though is like you wouldn't even dare overclocking now, even though that's what you kind of bought it for.
Right. I mean, you would think, but I don't know. I was just looking at Speed Fan and my or not Speed Fan, Fan Expert, and my CPU frequency fluctuates between 2200 megahertz and 4100.
That's weird, man.
So I don't know if it's like I'll have to look at the BIOS. I don't know if it's like trying to overclock it and then it's not doing it all the time or what. Because
You have the thing where
4100.
like, it switches between like using like one core is utilized versus like the others are evenly distributed or
I have no
whatever.
fucking idea. Anyway, TSMC completes design of 5 nanometer what process node?
Yeah, so yeah, this one was kind of wordy too.
Oh no.
TSMC announced this week that it has completed its 5 nanometer process design infrastructure. This process generation will target chips for both mobile devices as well as high performance computing applications. TSMC said that the 5 nanometer process is already in risk production. The company claimed that it would offer customers a new level of performance and power optimization compared to TSMC's 7 nanometer process. The new process generation promises 1.8 times the logic density and 15% speed gain on an ARM Cortex A72 core, as well as improved SRAM and analog area reduction, whatever that means, words and stuff. But no, I think isn't the Ryzen 3000 on the 7 nanometer process when that comes out?
I think so. Who is TSMC?
I guess they're the people that make all those processes, you know, the manufacturing designs and stuff, you know. Because people they gotta come up with all that technology and stuff. A lot of, you know, like a lot of these companies, like you know, Samsung and stuff, or like RAM makers and stuff, they gotta, you know, use like other companies that make the bare bones of the thing, you know.
Right, like Hynix or whatever they said.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, plus, just to be able to say, hey, we can do 5, so you're going to buy these 7s, and then 5 is going to be the norm.
Yeah. Heck, there's, what is it, like only 3? That's the whole reason with the memory prices that were so high, because just like 2 or 3 companies in the whole world make all the RAM in the world, you know?
Right.
The DRAM, giving you the D.
Yep. Okay.
So I thought it was interesting. It's getting smaller and smaller.
That's what she said. Okay.
Until eventually, like we were saying before, though, once you get under a nanometer, that's basically getting up to, that's basically atomic size then, under 1 nanometer, I think. And you're gonna have to do a side grade then at that point, right?
Right.
You're gonna have to get something different. You're gonna have to go into a different direction, I guess, and besides just getting smaller.
So, I'm sorry, I pulled up your next article so we'd be ready to talk about it, and I'm confused. Why would there be a 2070 Ti? Why not just buy a fucking 2080?
You didn't hear about this?
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so there's a 2070 Ti coming out.
Like confirmed or
just
rumored?
like this is confirmed. It's just like the 10 series. You know, they did a TI version of every line, so I mean, I'm not surprised. I think that isn't the TI basically like the, like that'd be like a 2075 or something. It's not quite a 2080, but
I
it's
mean,
somewhere. I guess it's like in between the two.
if you
I don't know.
their thing is you go to buy it and you're like, well, for a couple bucks more, and you're like, well, but
The 2070 Ti was spotted in recent marketing material from Gigabyte, and fans were all over the post talking about how it did not make sense. It is worth mentioning that the performance delta between the GTX 1070 and 1080 was not all that significant either, but we still got the 1070 Ti, so anything could be possible.
well,
So
the thing though with the 1070 Ti was that supposedly didn't they say like the 2060 was supposed to be on par with the 1070 Ti, so that made sense that was why they released the 1660, right?
right, I guess so.
I don't fucking know. Now it's all not making sense. Oh, now you're jumping to the interwebs now, huh?
Yeah, I had a JPI thing that I just I'd throw in there for you.
So I had the same article. SEC Consumer Advisory Panel includes ALEC, big foe of municipal broadband. Now, municipal broadband, for those who haven't been following, is basically, isn't it where like local governments will get together and offer broadband instead because they had the resources for it instead of one company saying we will or we will not give it to this rural area, and if AT&T doesn't come to your neighborhood, then you're fucked, right?
Yeah, right.
And basically he's so I was a little confused here. ALEC, is that an abbreviation?
I think so.
Where's the title here? Director of Alex.
Oh, yeah.
American
Legislative Executive Council.
Words. Read the articles yourself, ladies and gentlemen. It's probably a lot more in depth, and we're going to go over it.
Oh yeah, this one is a real long for an ARS.
Because I got a whole bunch of little articles here, and I'm going to just throw them out rapid fire. Okay.
But reading a couple of these headlines within the thing, consumer advocates and industrial lobbyists on new committee, and member claims net neutrality bill could raise taxes.
Of course. They're just trying to scare you.
Yeah. Those are some of the bullet points from the article.
Let me zoom enhance here. A GPI proposes $20 billion for up to gigabit speed rural broadband.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
The rural internet
is that a good thing then?
I mean,
is that bad?
They've been wanting they've been saying rural internet should be better, which it should be, for a long time. But the thing is, they haven't actually gone forward and made any work on it.
So it's just more bullshit.
Is proposing a $20 billion rural broadband fund that could connect up to 4 million homes and small businesses over the next 10 years. But I don't like the verbiage of up to, because they say that high speed is still 25 megabits a second. In November 2018, Pi said he's proposed to raise the standard to subsidize deployments from 10 megabits up and 1 down to 25 megabits up and 3 down. 25 down and 3 up. But the program announced today will also try to go beyond the 25 megabits minimum. In an email, reporters, Pi's office said the Rural Digital Opportunity Fund will provide up to a gigabit broadband speed in the parts of the country most need connectivity. Yeah, I don't believe a fucking word this asshole says. When they say up to, that means maybe one place might kind of sort of get it for like a second. But see, I've got a whole bunch of little stuff here. So
up to, yeah, and you could within your lifetime you could win up to $1 billion in the lottery.
Right. Hey, to raise a child, it could take up to $1 million, but it won't because everyone's poor. But still, it could take that much. Now, President Trump announced his new 5G initiative. It's a race America must win.
5 gigabytes?
Yeah, okay, it sounds great, and I understand he wants us to sound hip to the technology people, but
Dip a dip.
I want my tweets to go out faster. It'd be huge, huge.
Huge.
Other countries are already way further along, and we have like 2 cities that kind of get it, but not even all the way through the city. They said that like if you pay A, the extra money to get a 5G connection, and B, there's only like one phone right now that supports it that you have to buy the Moto Z that you have to get the add-on attachment to be able to do 5G. 5G. Then you have to find it. And I had an article before where the guy tried to find 5G and literally like they advertise it's in the neighborhood and he's walking around and you get it, then it's gone. Then you get it, then it's gone. So
Yeah, I was talking to Dennis. He's he's in Macedonia or whatever. I think you said, but that's like Eastern Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling him, yeah, America compared to a lot of other countries are pretty far behind with the internet.
Yes.
But like he's not much better than us though. Like he's got 60 down, but he's got 60 up too. So like they're more balanced with their up and down. Where here you're lucky if you get a tenth of your down for your up.
Yeah, here broadband is 25 down and 3 up. Okay. And I'm complaining about my internet connection, and I'm still, I can get 100 down and 12 up at times.
Yeah.
So
up to.
Yeah, I can get up to 130 during a test. During actual, work, that doesn't happen like that. But yeah, so
yeah, I bet you some of those tests though that they just go onto your router and the router spits out what it's your internet you're supposed to pay for.
Right. Now see, here's the thing. Trump is standing next to his buddy Pi, okay? Who used to work for Verizon, right?
Right.
Who provides that 5G? Verizon.
Yep.
Unless you're, what is it? AT&T said we got 5G, and they said no. Actually, it's even slower than 4G plus.
I'm sorry, I was just so distracted by that the 2 biggest dicks in America right now is like in the same picture,
Right. So Trump administration threatens veto of net neutrality bill because they're like, no, we're going to make a bill for net neutrality, and they're like, no, you're not. The thing is, it's supposed to be we the people and all that crap, and they said, no, it's going to be us 3 elected people that were not even elected. They're not elected. They're appointed. So I got that, but I don't have all Debbie Downers on this, by the way.
Of course.
I got some non-Debbie Downers, and I know all yours are Debbie Downers, so let me throw some of mine in here.
Okay.
Whoop. Oh, I fucked up on.
You fucked up.
Yeah, Wall Street Journal. Hate your internet provider? Look to space. Facebook, Amazon, and others are aiming to link a low Earth orbit with satellites to deliver fast online access anywhere at any time for anyone. I'm not going to sign in or subscribe to read the whole story, but basically, Elon Musk, Amazon, everybody wants to shoot satellites into space to give us cheap, fast internet. You know what? I don't give a shit if it makes it so that we can't leave Earth's orbit. We're stuck here any fucking way. We went to the moon once, and then they don't give a shit. Give me fast internet while I'm here.
Right.
So that's the article I read actually had a little more. They said, yeah, in a number of next 5 to 10 years. I hope not. I hope they kick out all the FCC and replace them, and things get better. But we'll see. I mean, really, to see a HD movie, you're supposed to have 5 megabits a second, and majority of the country doesn't even have that.
Right.
So they should just go, okay, folks, we all got to have gigabit, because to have 10 gigabit is $1,400 a month or some shit like that. I mean, I can't imagine what gigabit is, but this I thought you dig this. Senator Kamala Harris invokes Avengers Infinity War to defend net neutrality. Democratic Senator and Presidential hopeful Kamala Harris is a fan of superhero films and has been known to use them to illustrate ideas related to her various political platforms, following Congressman Michael Doyle Jr.'s Save the Internet Act making it through the House in a 232 to 190 vote. Harris took to Twitter with an Avengers analogy to emphasize how important the bill is. The Save the Internet Act would make it so internet service providers cannot legally throttle data speeds to certain sites or block them entirely in an attempt to charge customers more in order to gain access to better service. With net neutrality in place, ISPs would be forced to treat internet access like the public utility it is in our digital age, which would ensure the FCC has the power to enforce rules against blocking, throttling, and paid prioritization, i.e. fast lanes. To illustrate what's at stake in the fight for net neutrality, Harris discussed a hypothetical situation in which you couldn't watch Avengers Infinity War on Netflix because your cable provider wanted to use their own proprietary streaming platform. Imagine your cable company make it impossible to stream Avengers Infinity War on Netflix in an attempt to force you to use their own service. No, thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and like that tweet.
No thanks.
I don't know who she is, but that's pretty awesome. So, I mean, people don't understand net neutrality. I understand.
They just don't understand.
It's got the most milquetoast name. It's like women's suffrage, but they don't know what the hell it means.
Parents just don't understand.
Parents just don't understand. Okay, back to the gaming news now.
Gaming.
We report
video games.
We report you decide, because talking about it takes too long.
Yeah.
Borderlands review bombing on Steam might make Gearbox reconsider its support for the platform.
Now, did you hear about this?
Well, basically,
the
Borderlands sequel, prequel, whatever the fuck it is going to be an Epic Store exclusive, right?
Right.
So all the other Borderlands games were just shit bombed by the people on Steam and left bad reviews.
Yeah.
And Steam actually has had to come up with the algorithms and ways to fix it.
Yeah, they've basically deleted all the negative reviews and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
which doesn't that do it a disservice in itself, though? If it's like a legitimate bad review.
I mean, not really, because they don't throw out all the bad reviews. They hold on, got zoom enhance. User scores left since April 3rd don't count towards 2012 game score. So the game came out in 2012, okay? But if you left a review after April 3rd, fuck it. They're not going to count that towards the score. I believe that's a good way to do it. Because you honestly did not buy a game from 2012 and bitch about it the day after this news hit. Right?
Right.
So that's just one of how they decide. Now, in your story, 6 months after, what's the synopsis here? It's not cool to misuse the review system like this, and shame on Steam Games for allowing it. Ironically, this misuse is possible, and that Steam has no interest in correcting the mistakes, having due to make it consider Gearbox posting Okay. I don't know either. I don't understand it.
Well, it says Borderlands 3 launches on September 13th for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It will be available on Steam starting April 2020.
They're trying to get that exclusivity.
Yep.
Now, see, hold on. I want to stay on point real quick here with your games, because see, who's trying to get this exclusivity here, Ian?
Well, everyone.
The Epic Game Store.
Yeah.
Why people are so mad about the Epic Game Store? For more than a decade, Steam has dominated the PC gaming market. More than 100 million people have amassed vast game collections on Valve's platform, not to mention friends and communities. Now Epic is trying to muscle in on Steam's turf, and a certain segment of PC game players are remarkably mad about it. Here are the reasons why. Unfair exclusive games. I don't have to go into detail. We've discussed this several times. Review bombs. Yep. Leaving Steam features behind. Epic is snaring lots of exclusives at a time when Steam is even more entrenched than it was back when the likes of EA's Origin and Ubisoft's Uplay launched. Players like Steam's robust suite of extra features. Popping open Epic's launcher means temporarily exiting the Steam ecosystem, leaving behind friends list if you choose not to import them, groups, and quality of life features with it. Concerns about spyware. See, here's the thing. I actually know people that basically Epic has become this generation's damn Chinese. Like how I know a guy who retired recently that his joke, which it's kind of a joke, was, he never said just Chinese. He said the communist Chinese. Whenever he said China, it was always the communist Chinese. That was his point. He had to bring that home because he was of that generation. Now the millennials, because we talked about the Chinese stealing our technology and our IPs and fucking putting chips into shit to steal our technology.
Yeah,
we don't fucking trust them. I mean, they already, like, when you install Epic, it'll go in and look at your Steam shit. Why does it need to know that? Earlier this year, Redditors claimed to have discovered evidence that the Epic Game Store included spyware intended to track users. This, Epic went on to explain, is just software that keeps tabs on page statistics. Sure. I mean, yes, Steam probably is trying to screw us, but they're at least on our own fucking soil.
Yeah.
These people are not. And I mean, the problem is everybody right now is trying to make, here's Fallout image, is trying to make their own launcher and get their own piece of the pie. Valve has grown complacent, and yeah. So, what'd you think of that?
Well, I mean, it's inevitable, though. Like, a lot of companies are going to... It's just like when Netflix, a lot of companies like Disney and stuff are starting to pull out, and they want to do their own... They want the big bucks, you know?
Yeah. Oh, hey, speaking of pull out.
Uh-oh.
Activision Blizzard pays employees to track their pregnancies.
Yeah.
This was in my what the fuck, or I had another link for the same story.
Yeah, I put in the gaming story just because I was kind of hard up for gaming news.
Hard up pregnancies.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, read this report over at Games Industry based on tells you doesn't all kinds of alarms in your head. It turns out that Activision Blizzard is in the business of being as intrusive as possible to its employees' lives for the purpose of keeping health costs down and increasing productivity. The company, and we're not making this up, bribes its female employees with gift cards to install and use Ovia, an app that tracks their reproductive activity. And yes, that includes when they have sex, details about their pregnancy, moods, and even the appearance of their cervical fluid. Oh boy.
Ew.
Y'all got phones? Okay, put the app on there. Let us know about your ovaries.
Yeah, basically they're gonna be paying them $1 a day to do that shit. I guess a lot of people are they're saying that it's they're doing it. Their whole thing is they're doing it voluntarily, and they're people are doing it. I guess I
It's
don't know
like,
why it'd be worth it for $1 though.
well, they were, what was it? They were having teens install apps on phones, and they were like paying them to do it because teens just want free money. But
Yeah,
it was like tracker shit and like data mining, I think. Same thing.
yeah.
What? It's
That's
not
what they're
illegal
doing,
yet. Basically, right? I mean,
right? Yeah.
they're taking a not desperate, but a certain group of people that could have some incentive and figuring out a way to get data mine off of them. What do they need that information for?
Yeah, well, that's becoming more relevant, I guess, too, because a lot of companies are starting to do that with, like just giving you perks to be up in your business. That they're not really perks for what you're giving up. I don't, like some people would argue, it's not really
Well,
worth it.
for working for a company that's changed our health insurance over the years, they make you do more to get less, and I will agree with that. You got to jump through hoops, and any
Well,
benefit you can get, people will sign up for it.
like what do you have to do now, basically,
Well, it
for
used
a
to
place
be
that you work at?
okay, I'm not going to get into specifics, but it used to be if you signed up for these incentives and all, like if you say you're going to try to live healthy and you get some exercise equipment from them and all this shit, you would get a discount on your insurance per month. Okay, I'll sign up for that and try it out. It's just
Right.
little, exercise, little, a rubber band or whatever to do stretches with and shit and whatever. That was,
Basic yoga shit.
well, that was 10 years ago. And it got so complicated, that like they started doing like group things, and like you could buy a Fitbit and shit and have to report you had to join an online team and all this extra shit that I said, I'm not going to do this for $25 a month. Fuck it. I'll piss on the $25 a month. I'm not going to do that. So I ignored it. Then they start charging you from your paycheck if you don't take a nicotine test, because it's a smoke-free facility.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that shit.
And I didn't know this until I noticed the deduction on my check, and I'm like, "What's this? Oh, you didn't get the discount from your health insurance." I go, "No, you charged me from my paycheck." Oh, that's a tobacco surcharge. I don't fucking smoke, so I had to go and take a drug test to prove I didn't fucking smoke.
Smoke it up.
Yeah, so it's what they call a horse shit. But yeah, you gotta watch it because they'll they weasel their way in and take and what does they say in Shawshank Redemption? Uncle Sam reaches in your shirt, grabs your tit until twists till it's purple.
Yeah, basically, what it's going to is those like the things that they want you to do and they give you perks. Basically, it's going to turn into, well, you're going to have to do them without a perk.
Right. Anyway, so you can finally change your PSN name on PS4. Finally.
Yeah, this is a Doug article.
This sucks. Who gives a shit? Next.
He's a Sony pony. He's probably be like, well, what do you fucking expect him to do?
Right.
It's an ID.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. PSN ID changes are now live in North America, Europe, and Australia for all PS4 users. We've got a walkthrough on how to change your PSN name, but Sony has warned that some games have issues after changing your ID. While the number is somewhat limited, you should check it out before committing to a change, as the problems can be severe. Luckily, some major games, including Fortnite and Destiny 2, have tested and should be problem-free. Sony has confirmed that much requested PSN name changes feature will arrive very soon. Blah, blah, blah.
Sucks. Next.
It goes on to state that the ID changes can only be done through a web browser on your PS4. So PS3 and Vita users are out of luck. The first change is free, but any subsequent changes to your PSN ID will cost $10 or $5 for PS Plus subscribers.
I mean, you can change your gamer tag for Microsoft for like however much money.
Yeah, PSN warns that not all PS4 games will support ID changes. Any title published on or after April 1st should display your new ID in game, but the platform holder has discovered one instance where a recent game did not fully support the feature. A full list of games that support PSN ID changes can be found on the PlayStation website, showing many hundreds of titles fully support name changes, while a handful of games have critical issues and a few have known issues which we did not consider critical to the gameplay experience. I'm not sure what those critical issues are, but I guess, god damn it.
Auto playing music and videos.
Yeah, that's just awesome.
Gotcha. It sucks to have to pay to change your fucking name, and then sometimes it doesn't even fucking work. Next. Magic the Gathering.
If you do, it'll fuck your shit up, man. Sounds like maybe give you some bugs or something.
I'm sorry, Doug's not here, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. Fuck Sony, because thanks to them, not everything is crossplay. There is no fucking reason Fallout 76 can't be crossplay between Microsoft and fucking Microsoft. If I'm playing on a Windows PC, I should be able to play against people on Xbox. That's fucking retarded. But Sony can't keep their dick in their fucking pants. So there you go.
Just because the exec at Sony like didn't have any friends doesn't mean everybody should suffer, right?
Right. Anyway, Magic the Gathering
didn't have any friends to play with
for arena and tabletop. Really, Ian?
I told you I was hard up for gaming news. I feel it's too bad Nate's not here because he was big into the Magic the Gathering. He actually got paid a little bit on the side to like organize a bunch of Magic cards for like this his friend that owns a comic book shop or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So it's in there. You not a big Magic the Gathering fan, I take it, huh?
Don't give a fuck. My
never played any card games or anything when you were a kid?
Nah. I don't got the patience for that shit.
Well, they have some new cards.
Send in the attack!
Damn it. They've used new card for arena and tabletop. The spells are twice as nice.
Nah, the local game shop I go to, they actually have a sanctioned Magic the Gathering table where like you can come in for tournaments and shit. It has a sign that says they're actually sanctioned and everything. Don't give a shit. Next. Was that your last story?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you take that if you're a diehard Magic the Gathering nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Right. Don't care. Okay, give me my theme song.
Nerd alert!
That's not it.
I'll give it to you.
Nerd alert!
Hey, you're a nerd.
Okay, that's not. A liquid cool power supply sounds like a terrible idea, but it exists. Look at this fucking thing. Why? I mean,
well, can you do anything extra? Like,
it could get in the way of your cables. It looks like.
yeah.
Well,
when you
RGB lighting.
you have like a beefy power supply, does your power supply, does that contribute anything to the overall heat of your system?
I have no idea. Actually, probably not, because I mean, a lot of newer ones. I don't know if mine does, but a lot of power supplies don't even spin up until they get up to a certain wattage.
Yeah.
I think mine has an eco mode. I don't know if it's mine or the other models I was looking at. They have an eco mode where you can turn it to be totally silent until whatever. But yeah, I just thought this was ridiculous and I had to show it.
Speaking of what the fuck news.
No, because there's stuff that belongs in there. This isn't in there. Anyway, by the way, how to stop Google Chrome from running in the background.
Well, that would be nice to know.
And if you go to little dots up at the top, and then settings, advanced, system, and turn off continue running background apps when Google Chrome is closed. Now the thing is, you gotta watch, because if you do that and you have Hangouts in a separate window or whatever with your plugin, that shit will go away. Mine, since I use Vivaldi, it launches in the system tray, and I just gotta right click it and hit exit, and it goes, "Are you sure?" And I go, "Fuck yes." Because the reason Chrome is such a big resource hog is every tab, every extension, every bullshit you can run is its own instance. So, if something freezes, it doesn't freeze everything. Well, that runs in the background and uses resources. So, yeah. So that's just something good to know. I turn all the shit off if I'm not using it, because I don't want it bogging everything down for some plugin I'm not even using.
Yeah.
Also, hello?
Yeah.
Hit enter. Talking to the browser, not you. Shut up, Ted. I hit the enter button and we wait. Yeah, I got that 120 megabits down.
Up to, Frank.
Yeah. Zoom enhance.
Gotta protect your ass.
Hands on with the 56 core Xeon Platinum 9200 CPU, Intel's biggest CPU package ever. Look at that fucking thing.
Now, is that supposed to be marketed as a desktop, or is that? Because I thought they had Xeons with more cores than that. I thought.
I have no fucking idea. It's their biggest one to date. I don't know. What is it? These processors are focused purely on density and are BGA only, so they will only be sold as complete systems by OEMs. Okay, that answers that. Measures 76 by 72.5 millimeters, making it Intel's largest CPU-based package ever, beating out the old Intel Pentium Pro, which was 67.6 by 62.5, and AMD's EPYC package, which is 75.4 by 58.5. So it's just slightly bigger than an EPYC chip.
So bigger than the Threadripper and EPYC, and because those were pretty big, aren't they?
I mean, yeah, just slightly. An EPYC chip is 75.4 by 58.5 millimeters. This is 76 by 72.5.
My whole thing is, why do they gotta make them rectangular? Why don't they just like scale up the square?
Well, see, theirs is a square.
Well, I mean, like the EPYC or the Threadripper and shit.
It's because the way that the dies are laid out, it's they use 4 dies in a chip, and then they use that infinity fabric bullshit to link them together. The whole thing about the supposed 3rd gen is that it's going to have those chiplets, so it's going to have a bunch of little shit sprinkled in there on top of it.
Chiclets? Chiclet keyboard?
No.
No, it's not. It's not like that. But it's not. It's good. It's not crappy.
Felt stupid Googling EPYC chiplets. And let me find a good image. VentureBeat, maybe. And zoom enhance. Lisa Sue here. You can see. Go away. God, go away. Okay. So as you can kind of see in her hand,
Tonight, man.
in her hand is a delidded chip, and as you can see,
Nice.
there's what they call chiplets, those little tiny chips, and I don't know how that's all spun together because this is an Epic Rome chip. A Threadripper chip would literally just have 4 fucking little squares, and the first gen only had 2 functioning ones, but they put 4 in there because they wanted the die to be the same. Because, they want to just double up. It's like RAM, essentially. You put 6, 8, 12, 24, 32, This, I can't even imagine what this holds. 64 is into, I mean, and 2x before, I mean, so it's yeah. But this is Intel's thing. And I don't know what their whole thing is. Silicon die. Oh, inside the package is 2 XCC-enabled silicon die, one designed as a master and one as a slave. Look at those fucking pins.
Yeah.
They're not pins. They're whatever. Because aren't there pins on the motherboard and they have the other thing on the back of the chip, whereas AMD have the pins on the back of the chip.
Yeah, I think I would prefer my pins to be on the motherboard because when I'm handling like a processor and stuff, you get really nervous,
Right, and if the pin on the motherboard is bad, you can send the motherboard back in.
Yeah.
Whereas if you fuck up the pin on the chip, well, now you just gotta buy a new chip.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh.
By the way, I bet you that's Sue. That'd be like one of the few people Frank would be starstruck with. Be like, can we be friends so I could get shit?
Right. Hey, can I have some free stuff? No? Okay, can I get your uncle's number so I can get a free graphics card? No? Okay. The socket officially is called FCBGA5903, which stands for Flip Chip Ball Grid Array 5903, with 5903 being the number of contacts or balls on the other side, which goes to the motherboard, much like an embedded chip. In contrast, AMD's Epic chip has 4,094 pins. The reason for all these contacts are mostly in the memory, as the Pentium 9200 processor has 12 memory channels and all require pins. So yeah. But yeah, this is the dork doing a hands-on. Sorts up to 4.5 terabyte of memory, which can't even do. Runs just shy of 18K, and we might see the top end Platinum, which is the next model or whatever, up 9282, be anywhere from 25K to 50K. So I still think Epic is cheaper, dude.
Yeah.
And but I thought that was cool, so I felt like including it. But since we're talking about, Intel, what comes after Intel? Oh, Team Red, yeah. AMD's Ryzen 5 2600 outsells every other desktop CPU as Intel loses market share. Ooh, that burns, doesn't it? I mean, I don't think it's any surprise that Ryzen...
Yeah, just wait for Intel to get their shit straight, though.
It's been waiting for a minute, dog. If you ask him, he'll say,
"Oh, not even trying."
Oh, they're not as as well. What is it? They're not as what was the word he was fucking using for like how how much shit is compatible with Intel, because Intel's been around a long time. I'm like, well, shit's gonna have to be compatible with Ryzen because it's gonna be fucking cheaper to buy. I mean, they just
all the all the devices, basically every device now is going to be like AMD. The phones, the consoles aren't they? It's like all switched to that.
Well, the next gen, the next gen PlayStation and Xbox they're going to be Ryzen-based CPUs, and they're supposedly going to have Navi in the GPU. Now, that's supposedly a rumor, so we don't even actually know yet. But if they're going to be straight up AMD boxes and everybody and their brother is going to be buying them, I can understand why that might not be going to consumers just yet. I can kind of understand that.
Yeah.
But going back to from AMD back to Nvidia, Nvidia shows how much
Uh-oh.
the blah blah blahs. Remember that Ray Ops wasn't even a thing until the fucking 2080 came out. So
Yeah.
let's see, the thing is not technically isn't even supposed to be able to do the thing that it does. Yeah, it's gonna suck. Are you retarded? But they show what the Ray Ops are, and I'm not gonna read it because you can read it yourself.
That's for doing ray tracing with the 10 series cards.
Yes, it's in there. I'm not gonna read it. I'm just gonna say, they're trying to pat themselves on the back,
Well,
because
obviously it's going to be slower. They're mainly doing this so that they have, like developers and stuff can be able to say that they can apply, like they could develop and stuff on more devices than,
right. I mean, the only thing that even came close was the old Titans, because that's what the guys from who made Battlefield were saying. They're like, we didn't even know this card was coming out. We didn't have it. We just had a fucking old Titans because it was the closest they had to tensor cores. Now, the thing is,
cores just make it easier to calculate the stuff. It's ray tracing it's just calculation, which anything can calculate. It's just how fast can that do it,
Right. Now, also the thing was that was their, standard. Well, of course, look how many, how much better this thing is at doing the thing it's built to specially do. Whereas this wasn't even thought of. It's like you forever we've been doing, driving cars, and now they're going to have the first flying car. And this flies for 10 miles in the sky. That's so many more miles than this car that doesn't have fucking wings can do. Well, of course, you genius. Anyway. By the way, USB 4 will resurrect those ever so useful USB hubs.
What?
Laptops don't have as many ports with the USB-C revolution, but better dongles will come to the rescue. So this was basically, I think someone had posted, hey, do you guys think USB 4 will catch on? And it's a whole thing about the science. Because think about it, with USB-C, you can buy a hub and run monitors and shit through it.
It's all the hubbub about.
So, of course, you're going to be able to do more with USB 4. It's just a matter of when. I mean, DDR4 just like showed up. It was like, hey, guess what? You got to use DDR4 now. And I okay. I don't think it's going to go backwards at any time. You got to have the latest and greatest, or else you're just riding around in an old slow piece of crap, right?
Right.
So now we're on to my Fallout news, because we already did the all the old gaming and internet's news I had. Surprised you didn't have this. You were searching for game stuff. Fallout 76 is game repair kits, and fans say they're play to win, which this title is kind of misleading. Okay? I like the title of this article a lot better here. Hold on. Scroll down. Fallout 76 update. Oh, zoom enhance. The text is actually small. Update adds contentious pay to win item. Because it's in quotes. Because it should be in quotes. And I'm going to link all these articles and summarize here at the end here. Bethesda plans to sell Fallout 76 repair kits for real money. Now, have you heard about any of this, Ian?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so basically, when they came out with the Fallout 76, they had said the Atomic Shop, which is their in-game shop for the merch you can buy in the game, was only going to have cosmetic items. Excuse me. Which is, you know, like armor and whatever. But the thing is that made it ring true was, yeah, you can buy currency and then buy the item, or you could just play the fucking game and you get the currency, and then you can buy the item with your in-game currency you get for fucking free. Now, the supposed problem with these repair kits, the repair kits they're going to have are two kinds. Because there's a lot of crafting and repair in Fallout. There's a actual wear and tear on your items, whether it be your armor or your weapons. And when your favorite gun or whatever breaks, you've got to go and get the resources to craft to fix it. Well, if you're out and about and you don't want to spend an extra hour looking for these resources that are scattered throughout the fucking wasteland, you can pay either a fee or hopefully, I don't know how that's actually even done yet. It could just be in the atomic shop and just buy it with atoms. You could buy your repair kit, and then while you're out, if your gun breaks, you just like there's a stim pack for your health. If your health's low, you take this little thing and it brings your health up to 100%. You buy a repair kit, and it brings the item condition from whatever negative, busted condition to 100%. Or the other version brings it up to 150%. That's where people are starting to argue, oh, that's pay to win because you're paying money, usually, and you get the advantage of 50% longer before the thing breaks. Just horseshit, because that doesn't fucking win anything. That just means your favorite gun's not broken.
Right.
My point is, I didn't look and see whether or not they actually cost real, like whether you can buy them with just atom points or whatever. Because if so, it's not 100% to their format of where is it? They were quoted as saying cosmetics only. Oh, here we go. Pete Hines, Bethesda's VP of Communications, who responded to a fan asking if guns could be purchased in the Atomic Shop with no, only cosmetic. Hines also said the same during an October 2018 interview. Non-immediately responded for requests apparently. So, I mean, it's stupid because if they're going to allow private servers and people are going to mod anyway, who gives a shit how you win? I mean,
Who gives a shit?
who gives a shit? It's all fucking bullshit toys. Who cares? People get mad about this, really? But you can read these articles yourself and make your own opinions about it. I really don't fucking care because it's if somebody's been playing more than me and they're a level 100 and I'm a level 20, they're going to beat the shit out of me regardless of whether or not they paid $1 for a kit to make their favorite gun last twice as long.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Did I show you the article? I don't even have it of well, I just closed the one that it linked to. Hold on. The paste and go. Oh, hold on. Paste and go. Okay. So I was scrolling through these articles, and at the bottom, oh, here we go. A Fallout player got mad and sent a pack of bobby pins to Todd Howard because I told you they increased the weight and they're actually heavier than real bobby pins in real life.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's been a bug. They fixed it and then they broke it again. So the guy sent him a box of bobby pins and said, here, weigh these. Here it is. Some people send letters. Some of them are very creative. Executive Director Todd Howard said at the Bethesda Game Days Fallout 76 panel, I got a box of bobby pins the other day. It said, weigh these. Whoever sent that, that was the most creative letter I got. It's right up there with the guy who sent him a bunch of bottle caps and said, hey, I can't afford the game. Can I get it if I give you all these bottle caps?
Yeah.
And now we're on to my what the fuck stories here. So you already had the Blizzard story.
Yep.
But millionaire wants to stage real-life battle royale on private island, which should go fine. Having amassed an unreasonable fortune, it would be unimaginable to just give some of it away to people who have nothing or create charities that better society as a whole. Instead, the disgustingly wealthy must get creative, dreamed up novel ways to spend their money, like, say, contracting a real-life battle royale on a private island.
Should be up to fine.
Yeah. An anonymous person who probably found a lot to admire in Gary Busey's surviving the game character.
Gary Busey.
Yeah. Is looking to set up a 3-day event where 100 people get together and hunt one another in the wilderness. To do so, they apparently approached the indirect guillotine marketers at Hush Hush, a London-based luxury shopping marketplace and shopping concierge service that sells essential items like bottled Everest oxygen and crystal-encrusted vacuum cleaners. This grand fortnight LARP, too cowardly to go all the way, sees attendees provided with airsoft guns and ammo and touch-sensitive body armor for a 3-day event. So, I heard this whole plan and I was thinking, fucking, de plane boss, de plane. Or that fucking show on TBS that nobody watched, Wrecked. They had a subplot where like they ended up trapped by this billionaire who fucking had them fight for their lives. Now, I'm surprised you didn't have this next story, which is my last story. I first saw it on Fox News headline, so I didn't believe it, but thousands of Amazon workers listening to recordings from Alexa.
What?
Alexa is your own personal assistant that never asks for a raise. When prompted by a wake word, the device listens to your commands, and so does thousands of Amazon workers, according to Bloomberg. So, the thing I didn't like is that the fucking headlines and everything were from Fox News initially, so now Meemaw is worried and gonna call and tell you to unplug it. And then I saw articles that are like, how to make Amazon stop listening to your Alexa. And I'm like, yeah, because, that's like when you get AOL for the first time and you get parental controls and your parents say, yeah, make sure you set up the parental controls. I don't want you looking at porn. That actually happened when I was a kid. And I said, sure, Mom, I'll block porn from myself.
Porno.
And that's my last story.
So, like, what's your whole thing, though? Is that you think that's just some Fox bullshit, or what was the source that you had?
I mean, CNN reported it. This is, I still think this is my initial story was from Fox News. I don't know where it all was. I think they said it was Bloomberg. Hey, Google's already got their hand up our ass and working us like puppets, dude. So,
yeah, but like I guess most people wouldn't care if it wasn't like people just like listening to it on purpose or something,
What is it they said? In the 1950s, it's like, hey, they're gonna wiretap us, and then, in 2019. Hey, wiretap, can cats eat waffles?
Yeah. Well, the main thing people are worried about with it is, like, it could be used to blackmail people and shit if you wanted,
Oh, Doug, when you don't do shit, you won't get in trouble for shit. Because that's how that works.
Yeah. Even though you're not doing anything and you're naked and be this disgruntled Amazon employee could be like, hey, if you don't want anybody seeing what you look like.
Right. I mean, there's a reason that Zuckerberg tapes over his microphone and his camera on his laptop.
He's too important. He doesn't need to. He deserves privacy. We don't deserve that shit. He's too important, right?
If you want privacy, go live on a trailer off the grid. But
No,
nah,
that's
I'd rather have Prime. Sorry.
yeah. I mean, I'm not anti-technology or anything, but yeah, it's like you have to go. It's kind of like you're just gonna have to get rid of everything. Then if there's you're gonna have to go the other way.
I ain't doing that shit.
Me neither, man. I mean, I just try to be like
It's just like
I
they say,
just
try to be cautious, and you still get fucking viruses. Who gives a shit? Just
well
fucking
yeah,
let
but
it
I
go.
mean I just try to be sensible, and you just do.
Nah,
You don't. Well, I mean, come on, dude. You don't have your password be 123 your password. Do a little bit.
nah.
You do that shit, don't you? That's what you put your password as. While you jam out to your screen checker, right? Your pixel checkers.
Pixel scrub.
Yeah. It really is trippy because it's like you got your camera glitching and then you have the colors going on.
Oh yeah.
Giving you a seizure, man.
Well then,
I'm trying to think. It's almost like it for like a brief second. It's like your camera's flipped or something, or it's flipped upside down, or
it's like looks like screen tearing.
yeah. It's like who was that guy that was saying that was from the Back of the
Max
Future
Headroom.
on the screen? Yeah, Max Headroom.
It looks like the guy. Welcome to Cafe 80s, where it's always 85 and sunny. Have the hot chili special. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for
Yeah,
coming and checking us out.
yeah. It's 12:30. It's midnight. It's not too bad. Could have been worse.
Could have been better.
Oh, it could have been a lot better, but I mean,
What
what are
do
you
want?
gonna do?
Yeah, that would mean we
I
have
was
to
still.
try.
I was talking to Dennis. He should be like, you guys should try to get your podcast down to 30, 40 minutes. I'm like,
No,
dude.
we can't get the fucking greetings down to an hour. We didn't get into the first segment of the show. So how are you doing? Well, first, remember that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the hub or what, dude. My camera's trippy. Sorry.
It's on something. Smoking something, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for coming on, everybody. Joining us for this blast.
Hey, you can play some video games, buddy?
Maybe.
Maybe, hopefully, your computer decides to cooperate,
I mean, I did update the driver, and then, like I said, after all that bullshit, I started it up, and it goes, oh, hey, we're updating your computer.
Maybe you should put some mustard on it because apparently that works. Oh, wait, spoiler.
Right.
Hey, try that. It worked. It actually worked better than some of the other things.
Really?
Yep. It's crazy. They even tried some of the stuff that was in like the diamond. Like they actually bought like diamond powder and stuff that was supposed to and they mixed that in with, I forget what they were, I think they mixed it in with like silicone grease or something. But I guess the diamond dust was supposed to be like thermally conduct better. It was like, I guess that's like it was similar to the like the particles that are in like thermo paste, I guess, or like the IC thermo paste. Because that's what it is that brand is IC Diamond, I guess. Yeah. But anyways, let's get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Boobs and ass and boobs. Ass and boobs. Ass, teeth. Ass and teeth.
Boobs.